America's had the longest stretch in the stock market without a problem in our history. And I have sold my American shares because maybe it's going to go on forever. It never has. So I'm worried. I see signs around the world that problems may be coming. Imagine that in 2025, it will come to an end. It's already been the longest in American history without a big problem. 2025, it will come to an end. The U.S. market has been extremely powerful since 2008, 2009. It's been the longest in American history. It's already very, very powerful. Markets that are that powerful usually come to an end, and I imagine the American stock market will come to an end this year. I have sold all of my American shares. The world thinks the U.S. dollar is a safe haven. So therefore, I put my money into U.S. dollars. It's not a safe haven, but people think it is. America is the largest debtor nation in world history. But people don't think that way. They think that the U.S. dollar is a safe haven. So I have put my money into U.S. dollars. And I have sold all of my U.S. stocks. I have sold most of my stocks in the world because I don't know what he's going to do. The American market is making all-time highs. I own U.S. dollars, but I don't own many other currencies. I own U.S. dollars because when problems come, people will go to the U.S. dollar. They think it is a safe haven. It is not, but they will go to the U.S. dollar. I hope that the U.S. dollar will then go up a lot, and I will be smart enough to sell. I hope. It depends on how things evolve. Trump is going to do everything he can to get the dollar higher and to make the American economy better. If it works, and I think it will, at least the dollar part, then I hope I'm smart enough to sell. I still own silver. In fact, I'll probably buy more silver this afternoon after I finish speaking with you. I will not add to my gold. Silver is down, gold is up. So I will buy more silver. I do like commodities. Agriculture is better because agriculture is still a little bit depressed. Yes, it is depressed. I mean, silver is down almost 50% from its all-time high. Gold is making all-time highs. Both are precious metals and have been for centuries. Gold is expensive. Silver is cheap, I think, I hope. Higher. The world is running out of known reserves of oil, of natural gas, of hydrocarbons, and the demand is certainly not disappearing. In fact, when prices go down, it makes demand go up. So I am not selling my hydrocarbons. I will probably buy more if they go down. Agriculture. I will buy agriculture because in the next few years, agriculture is going to be one of the best places in the world to invest. Well, I will tell you that for the first time in my life, I am optimistic about Delhi. The people in Delhi seem to understand that prosperity is good, that capitalism is good. Delhi has always said that, but they've never really believed it. For the first time in my life, I think that Delhi understands the world, Delhi understands economics, and Delhi wants to make India successful. So I am optimistic about India. I am optimistic about the Indian markets. I'm even optimistic about Delhi for the first time in my life. If you want to be a successful investor, you have to go against the crowd. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I've made many mistakes in my life. But in my view, it is time to put money into India the next time it's depressed. Well, it will depend on what goes down the most. If you tell me what's going to go down the most, that's where I will look. I want to buy cheap. Certainly, agriculture in India is cheap. But tell me what's going to go down the most, and that's where I will look. Well, I will certainly take my daughters to India. Everybody needs to see what's happening in India because it is a dramatic change, in my view. And I would like to introduce my daughters to the Indian stock market because in my view, in their lifetime, India is going to be even more important than it has been in the past. And I will try to teach them about silver. It's going to hurt a lot of people. I hope I'm not one of them. I hope you're not one of them. I don't see any reality to the movement. In my view, it's a bubble and it will blow up someday. And I hope I don't get hurt. Everything I read about AI is extremely exciting. The world has seen exciting technology changes in the past. AI seems to be one of them. I do not have investments in AI because I am not technical enough to understand them. But if and when I learn more about AI, I hope I'm smart enough to invest in AI. Interest rates are going to go higher in the U.S., probably much higher because the U.S. keeps printing money and borrowing. I mean, the debt is unbelievable in the U.S. now. I do not understand why anybody would lend money to the U.S. government because the debt keeps going higher and higher and higher. And it's going to get worse. Interest rates in the U.S. are going to get worse because the debt is well, there's a bubble for you. The U.S. government debt is a bubble. If you know what Mr. Trump is trying to do, you're way ahead of everybody else. Mr. Trump does not know what he's trying to do. He changes every day. Mr. Trump says he's trying to make America strong and powerful, and I guess he is. But he changes every day. Mr. Trump is going to do whatever he thinks is good for America that day. I'm sorry, my problem with Mr. Trump is he changes his mind whenever he sees something on television. So, you know, with some people like Margaret Thatcher or Nehru or some people in the past, we knew what they thought. But with Mr. Trump, he changes his mind all the time. He says he wants to make America great again. That's wonderful. But then he changes his mind how. If you know how he's going to do, then you know what he will do next month, but nobody else does.